Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessie Nealon, and today we're going to talk about the number one trick that I can give you for how to feel better in your body. Nobody likes this trick, so prepare yourself. You're going to be mad. As soon as you hear it, you're going to be like, this is some bullshit. But it's true. The number one trick for feeling better in your body, for feeling more confident in your body, for feeling more body neutral, for feeling less like you hate your body, number one trick is to stop trying to change how you look. We're going to talk about why that is, but just let that sink in for a minute, because so much of our body image stuff is based around the idea that, of course, you want to change how you look. That's the whole point. You're trying to change how you look constantly. Some people do this through diet and exercise, trying to change the shape or size of their body like that. Some people do it through the way that they dress, shapewear, high heels, sometimes makeup, hairstyle. There's so many ways in which we are constantly trying to change how we look that are super normalized, particularly for women in our culture. It is super normalized to be, you wake up in the morning and you change how you look, and then you go to work and you get on with your day. It's actually an incredibly weird thing to think about. What would happen if you didn't try to change how you look? Well, this can be short term, like you wake up, you shower, you dry your hair, and you put a little makeup on, you get dressed. Those are all ways in which you change how you look subtly. And maybe those don't impact you in a negative way. Maybe they do, though. Maybe you put on a lot of makeup because you feel insecure about your face. And if you were to go to work with your actual natural face, you would feel really, really insecure all day. So just pay attention. If there are places in your life where you are trying to change how you look, that might be an area worth looking at in terms of what is creating insecurity for you. Of course, it's chicken or the egg, because a lot of times we do the things to change how we look because we feel insecure. And then we feel insecure about those things because we're constantly trying to change how we look. And that's what a lot of this comes down to, is we get more insecure about the way we look as soon as we commit ourselves to a plan of trying to change it. And this is maybe not everybody every time, but it's a very common pattern, especially if you think about weight loss goals. The moment that you commit yourself, you're like, okay, I'm going to lose 10 pounds or whatever, and you start changing the way you eat and you start changing the way you exercise, and that's your goal in your head. You might actually feel a lot better within a few weeks. But if you haven't changed your weight at that point, you're going to feel like a failure, right? Because you set a goal and you haven't succeeded at it yet, even though you actually feel great. And also, every time you look in the mirror, you're going to be looking, you're going to be body checking, you're going to be looking to see, like, has it changed here? Has it changed there? Can I see, more tone yet? Do I see anything bigger or smaller? And that is where a lot of this comes from, is it leads to more body checking the moment you make a goal to change how you look. We do this automatically because it's sort of a natural thing to do once you've set a goal, is check in on the data involved in getting to that goal. So if your goal is to look younger and you start a skincare line, or whatever, you start a skincare routine and you're trying all this stuff at night, you're doing masks and you're doing eye creams, whatever, you're a lot more likely to look in the mirror and see, like, do I have crow's feet, and is this doing anything for my laugh lines, or are my pores smaller? Like, even if you weren't doing that before, when you commit to this, fix your skin routine, you're a lot more likely to zoom in and do that checking on your face to see if it's working. Now, even if that doesn't make you feel bad, which, it might make some people feel bad, it might make others not feel bad, just be aware that that is body checking. That is what you're doing. And body checking leads to insecurity for a lot of us. The more that you are zoomed in, that weird perspective thing, you think about the, like, big magnified mirror that you're looking at your pores in, and all of a sudden they're, like, huge. This is how you give yourself a dysmorphic experience, really, because it totally distorts the size and shape of things in your appearance and distorts your view in your head of yourself. And it leads to a bunch of weirdness and a bunch of insecurity because you don't like what you see, because you're not really seeing it as whole or good. You're all zoomed into some pieces and totally ignoring others, and it gets messy in your head if you do this. Body checking with fitness, size, shape, that stuff can also have that same exact outcome. If you're like, I'm gonna build a butt, like, I'm gonna get a bubble butt, that's my goal, and you're working hard, you're a lot more likely to be staring at your butt in the mirror during that training time, right? Like, is it working? Did this workout work? Ooh, I think that workout, really got it juiced up today. Like, you're a lot more likely to be looking and zooming in all of your attention on this one body part. or if it's your whole body, for weight, for example, taking it in from a scrutinizing place, like looking to see where it worked or if it worked, feeling horrible if it's not working, or if it's in fact, if it looks like you're getting bigger in some way. These are ways in which we set ourselves up to zoom in to a super weird, dysmorphic view of ourselves, our faces, and our bodies, exclusively because we set a goal. This happens when you set the goal. You do more body checking. Body checking leads to feeling worse, more dysmorphia, more weirdness, less confidence and peace. So, of course, why did you set the goal in the first place? It may be that you were already body checking. You maybe have been checking your butt every day for 10 years and now you set a goal and nothing is different. That's totally possible. But for a lot of people, they set the goal and it ramps up the body checking. Even if they were insecure about something before, the moment they actually go after a change, which is totally different than just not liking it. You can just complain about yourself in the mirror every day, but that's different than actually trying to change something. The moment you create a plan and start taking action to change something about how you look, for a lot of people, body checking skyrockets, which means within a very short period of time, dysmorphia and dissatisfaction skyrockets. So just be aware. This is a thing that can happen. If it has no relationship to you, awesome. If you have noticed this pattern in yourself, be aware that this might be something you need to step back from in order to overcome your body image issues. If you want to feel peace and neutrality in your body, you might have to stop trying to change how it looks. And whatever that is for you. Is it hair, makeup, shapewear? Is it fitness? Is it exercise and diet? And, where is it Botox? Wherever it is for you, just pay attention to where your body checking goes up and where you feel the most insecure and dissatisfied and what that relationship is, so that if in fact the answer is you need to stop trying to change this in order to find peace, you know to do that. Zoom back, take yourself in all as a whole, get some of that dysmorphia and dissatisfaction and weirdness in your head out of your day-to-day life, and you may find actually you're a lot closer to body neutrality than you were before when you were chasing a different look. This is a hugely helpful, massively effective tool for so many people. I hesitate to say everyone, although I really want to say everyone. I don't know that I've ever worked with someone that this did not have some relevance to, because so much of our body image issues comes down to wanting to change. And there's a lot of peace and acceptance that comes in the space of, I'm not trying to change anything. I am not trying to change anything today. I am not trying to change anything over the next 6 months. I'm not trying to change anything before, that friend's wedding or that big event or the reunion. Like, what if you just stopped trying to change things in how you looked? That is a very different lived experience. And there is room in that for peace and neutrality in your body, where there isn't room for that when you're trying to change things actively and you're in the middle of that plan. Just notice if this is you. Thank you for watching. And if this video was helpful for you, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you next week.